Who must go? Zakayo must go. He must go.
Cleophas Malala, the author of Chaos of War, exposing and criticizing President William Ruto in a brutal way, gets arrested for humiliating President William Ruto. Welcome back to our channel. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Real News Updates Media, the channel where you get all your trending politics. And our big question is, who is Cleophas Malala? Cleophas Malala, one-time Secretary General of UDA and a strong supporter of President William Ruto, known for his big critiques of anyone attacking President William Ruto. Malala supported Ruto to win, and that's how he acquired the UDA Secretary General seat, where he exposed all his arrogance, playing the untouchable role. Malala was so arrogant when it came to Ruto's defense. I don't think there's anyone who defended President William Ruto like Cleophas Malala did, only to get a slap on his face by being fired as UDA Secretary General. Malala is currently being arrested for writing a humiliating play for Butere girls, a poem barring the state by creating humiliation and exposing the Kenya Kwanza government. Malala was the actual author of the Echoes of War, a play recited by Butere Girls High School criticizing President William Ruto.
Imefika mahali Kenya mnaniarrest because naandika play. Marubu. Nakuja na polisi 50. Nimefanya makosa gani? Nimefanya makosa gani kuandika? You are arresting me because of writing a play. Writing a play. What offense have I committed? Alive. What mistake have I committed? Tell me, Marubu. When this yayo? Niambie. This yayo, munatumika ku arrest mtu ameandika play. Ama nimefanya makosa gani?
Who must go? Zakayo must go. He must go. That is tired of being manipulated by leaders who are busy making empty promises. Promises that even a 5-year-old is able to tell is a scam. Fertilizers for the farmers, free education, a government of the people, for the people, by the people. What people? And we have no voices in our government. A generation that is vexed, infuriated, tired of everything going on. A government of the people, for the people, by the people. What people? And we have no voices in our government. A generation that is vexed, infuriated, tired of everything going on. Who are our leaders? Well, they're out there taxing us everything. Taxing labor, taxing education, taxing KCP marks, taxing cars. Who knows what next they are going to tax? Maybe they were even going to tax our lives. We are tired. Completely tired. We are out here as Gen Zs, representing our younger, innocent siblings, because what future do they have if our leaders are representing us like this? This is a battle for all. Gen Y, millennials, Gen X, Gen Z, Gen Alphas, we are all in this together. Today I want to leave you with my three role models. Number one, Butere, who is not afraid of discriminating the government, knowing it will lead to a better future. Number two, Babu Owino. Walls with metal bars hindering you from the outside. Does that really scare Gen Z? No, it doesn't. My third role model. Be a bad girl like me. Our leaders are calling us criminals. I want to tell you today, don't be afraid to get out on the street and fight for your rights. This is the future we're talking about. This is my future, our kids' future. Generations and generations to be lived. Reject!
The controversial play Echoes of War by Butere Girls, orchestrated by none other than Cleophas Malala, was a way of Cleophas Malala launching a direct missile to President William Ruto, more like a payback. I want us to analyze the actual statements in this play. We have Zakayo must go, the chants that directly criticize Ruto with emphasis that people are tired of his lies. The audacity of these girls to criticize the head of state through Cleophas Malala. So ironic. Surely, with this generation Gen Zs, they have no fear. That is one thing President William Ruto should take note of. The play also points out President William Ruto as a corrupt senior-most official, and all this was actually being said before the First Lady. It is stated that the First Lady visited Butere Girls as the guest of honor, and she also went to Butere Girls, so you can imagine the humiliation she was facing firsthand. Now I want us to look at the reasons why Cleophas Malala wrote that poem as a direct payback to President William Ruto. It is more like a revenge, exposing the weaknesses of President William Ruto. Number one is Malala is paying back to Ruto because he was fired as UDA Secretary General and has joined hands with the former Deputy President who was equally impeached. What a perfect time to pay back to the government, because after he supported Ruto and he won power, Malala was given the UDA Secretary General seat. After some time, he was fired. So probably Malala carried the grudge forward, and being a strong supporter of Rigathi Gachagua, this has been their daily activity to criticize the government. Malala was aiming at humiliating President William Ruto, since the First Lady was the guest of honor and also she went to Butere Girls. You can imagine that kind of humiliation one gets when you hear them criticizing the president direct firsthand. Supposing we put ourselves in her shoes, she's the guest of honor, yes. Students are busy humiliating President William Ruto in her presence with the Ruto must go chants, the endless incompetence remarks of non-stop projects that are incomplete, the endless lies. It is actually meant to frustrate President William Ruto through students. It's like Cleophas is actually exposing President William Ruto. Cleophas was actually intending at exposing President William Ruto. It is funny, when people are in the government, they never expose the defects of the government, but when they are out, like fired, they want to expose all government secrets. Let us analyze this play. The generation is tired of being used. It's a direct message to the Gen Zs not to sit and be exploited by leaders through manipulation and empty promises. The play further talks of fertilizer. I remember we had a fertilizer scandal exposed by Rigathi Gachagua, with the government selling fertilizer that was donated, and the fertilizer, most of it came with sand, leading to the cabinet secretary Linturi fired after the government could not defend him for the scandal associated with the state. President Kenyatta once told the Gen Zs to stand and fight for their rights and stop allowing politicians to use them. The play directly incites Gen Zs. Do you think the government is actually right to arrest Cleophas Malala, or Malala has a right to express himself on behalf of the Kenyans through a play given to Butere girls? I think Malala can express himself, yes, but not by using school children. Malala finished school long time ago, but the children are still having a long way to go. With the nature of this government and how it runs, that was so wrong of Cleophas Malala taking advantage of students to expose the government and letting them criticize the government like a direct hit. That is just but my view. What do you think? Leave your views on our comment section. Subscribe to Real News Updates Media, the channel where you get all your trending politics. JD Ishmaels.